In today's episode, we get the seats and the bumper finally back onto the car. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode. So today we got a lot of things on that we need to achieve in order to get the car ready and to get it ready for its MOT, because it's now due an MOT. So the plan for today is to get the seats back into the car, get the wing mirrors on the car, door panels fitted, and the front bumper, so that we can finally take the car for a little test drive. So hopefully we'll be able to achieve that all in this episode. So without further ado, let's get on and get those bits fitted to the car. Okay, so job number one, need to fit the driver's seat into the car. I'm actually going to do that in the garage. I was going to take the car out, but as you can see, the battery is dead, so gonna need to give the car a little bit of a charge. But in the meantime, that gives me a good opportunity to plug up the airbags on the or plug up the seat while the car is the battery is disconnected, and the battery is disconnected, so there's no power in the car at the moment. So what I might do is do some of the fitting inside here in the garage, and then when we get some charge in the battery, we'll take it out and do the rest. So let's get the driver's seat in situ first. Okay, so first seat is in. So that's now firmly back in place. So now I guess we can start looking at the door cards. So we're going to take the door card off, put the first mirror on, and yeah, that'll be another job done. Okay, so it's time to fit the good old side wings or wing mirrors. So this one is the driver's side. Simple connection, just one little nut here, goes on there like that. So we get into it from the inside of the door. We'll take the trim off, and then should be a fairly simple fit. Let's go and get this on the car now. Okay, so we've got a waterproof panel in here. We've got the door open cable here, so that's all back in place. As you can see, the door mirror, and that's back on and fixed, and that's all connected up. We've replaced the bung, so the only thing left to do now is just put the speaker. So we've got one speaker that goes in here, and then we just need to connect up the power for the speaker, and then we can put the door card back on, and then that side is complete. Good, let's crack on with that. Okay, so in order to get the speaker in, I'm going to use my MFP battery powered wrench, which is really good. It's a 12 volt wrench. It's an upgrade from my other wrench that I had. I'm going to give a link, I'll put a link below, and at some point I'm going to do a review on this because it's fantastic. Really versatile tool, very powerful as well. It's going to make short work of putting these 8mm bolts on the speaker. So let's get on and do that right now. Okay, so now we've got the car outside. Let's get the other door mirror fitted on the car, and then jack the car up, get the under tray, and then finally get the bumper on. Okay, under tray time to fit the under tray back onto the car. Now we've got the door cards in and the wing mirrors are fitted, it's time to get this back under the car. But in order to do that, we're going to have to jack the car up. So let's go and do that right now. Okay, so this is the main event. This is where we get the bumper and marry the bumper to the front of the car. So all being well, we should have this fitted within the next 5 to 10 minutes, and then that should be it. So let's get this show on the road. Do you know what? I'm quite happy with that. Of course, that is the car without any bolts on it, so that's just a bumper snap fitted into place. So there's a couple of screws that need to go in, so one here, and that secures that in place. But as it stands, I'm quite happy. That's gone rather well. Excellent. Alright, so now what I need to do is get the under tray pinned up into place, so I'll go and do that now. I'm not going to get it fully in place, but just enough so that it's looking okay. Then what I'm going to do then is just take it up to the road, turn around, then come back again, and then that's test drive done. Oh, and I've got to close the bonnet to make sure that closes properly. But yeah, rather pleased with that.
Moments later.
Actually, there's one more thing I've got to do. Got to put the number plate back on, and then we can take it for a little test drive. Okay, this car is ready for a test drive. Looks really good, doesn't it? There's one issue I've seen, and I'm going to sort that out. That's an easy fix. This here, it's not aligned. It's out of alignment. That's a very easy fix. Just the wings slightly a little bit higher. But other than that, it's come out really good. And the bonnet opens and closes, so that's fine. I've got to screw this bit in here. So that's not screwed in yet, that's why it's sticking out slightly. But once that's adjusted up properly, that will be fine. Okay, test drive time. Let's do this. So we're just gonna take it for a little test drive. Literally, we're gonna go to the end of the road here, turn around, come back down here, and then back into the garage. Okay, let's do this. That was the windscreen wipers. Safety first, folks. Buckle up. Let's see if the mirrors work. Yes, they do. Okay. road. Okay. Let's reverse back. Now I can see to go back in the garage. It's great. Good test drive. Happy with that. Great, car works. Just needs a little bit of adjustment, but other than that, it's working very well. I think the shocks definitely need tightening up. I just feel like something's not quite tight, but other than that, really happy with that. Okay, so this is probably going to be the subject of next week's video. I'm not sure yet, but when I turn the car on, if you look at the dashboard, you'll see that there are loads of errors and faults, etc. So they all need to be looked at and investigated. So what I'm going to do, let me turn the engine off. So what I'm going to do a comparison with VCDS and OBD11, and we're going to do a shootout, one versus the other, and see how good they are in comparison. So what we should see is both of them picking up exactly the same faults, and then we will look at some pros and cons at both products. Okay, so after a successful drive, very happy with the progress we've made so far. We've done everything that we said we were going to accomplish, which is great. So we are now on the final part of this car and getting this car ready for sale. We need to do a little bit of tweaking, which we'll probably do during the week to get this car ready for its MOT. And then once it gets through its MOT, well, before its MOT, we need to get rid of a few of these codes. So we'll see that in next week's vlog. So that's it for this week. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe down here, and we've got lots of this type of content coming out every week, so we're glad to have you along with us on this journey. So have a good week, guys. We will see you on Monday of next week. So until then, keep on viewing or something like that. Have a good week. Goodbye.